Think Progress is reporting on a heartbreaking story about our veterans. They say, a New Jersey veteran has died after setting himself on fire in front of a State Department of Veterans Affairs clinic. While officials have yet to find any information explaining the 51-year-old man's suicide, veterans advocates say his death could be a response to the VA's serious lack of timely, accessible medical and mental health care. They continue here. Over the past few years, investigations into VA clinics across the country have unveiled a system plagued with appointment delays that have led to veterans dying from cancer or committing suicide while waiting for care. Okay, so who's to blame for this? Well, the answer is both very simple and politically incorrect to say. It's the Republicans. The Republican Party, the politicians in Washington, they are to blame for it. Now, you might be thinking, Kyle, how can you make such a declarative statement on a story so serious like this? That's a lot to place the blame there. Well, here's your answer. Quote, in February 2014, the Senate GOP blocked a bill to expand veterans' health care and open 27 new VA health facilities. Not only have they done that, they've done similar things repeatedly. So this is now the far-right Republican Party and the politicians in Washington 101. This is what they do. They'll scream and cry and bitch and yelp and moan about, oh my God, the VA is so underfunded, it's in such bad shape, it's terrible, and then they turn around and vote to keep it that way. Well, how the fuck can you blame anybody but yourself then? The Democrats are trying to fix the problem. You vote to continue the problem, and then you turn around and complain about the problem the loudest. No, this is unbelievable cynicism. And remember, guys, they are literally playing with the lives of our veterans. And this is the same party that likes to wrap themselves in the flag and say, we're the most patriotic, we support our troops. Do you not support our troops? This is what they used to say. They ran a whole campaign in 2004 against the Democrats and John Kerry about this when the war in Iraq was happening. Do you not support our troops? You got to support our troops. And by that, of course, they mean send them into an unnecessary war, an illegal war waged with the wrong country. Support our troops by sending them into that useless and needless war where they'll probably die. Support our troops that way. And then look at this. How are they going to spin this one into supporting the troops? I'm supporting the troops by not building more VA clinics, keeping the backlog, and then inevitably making it so some die of cancer, they can't get appointments, or they'll commit suicide. This is a heartbreaking story, and of course the media will never cover it in the way I'm covering it, where they say, oh, it's the fault of the Republican Party. They'll never do it, because you know why? You can't say that lest you be accused of having a liberal bias. Well, the facts are, what may sound like a liberal bias in this story is the reality of the situation. So sometimes the facts are not bipartisan. Sometimes you do place the blame directly on a single party. And it may not be politically correct to say it, but we're saying it because it's the truth.